but y'all gonna get mad at me, and I gotta say it.
Hey, yo, Eeze!
Top of the morning is your man Eeze on his morning walk. Hope you all are doing well. What we talking about? You know, DJ Premier and Roc Marciano's The Coldest Profession just dropped today at midnight. Let's talk about it. I listened to it maybe 4 or 5 times. I know you're probably thinking, how is that possible? Very possible. There's only 8 tracks on there. The first one is no rapping, and it's about 20 minutes total time. So let's speak about the things that I do like. In education, we call it glows and grows. Glows meaning things I like, grows meaning areas where you can do better. I like Good to Go. Like the bass line on that has some life. Snare drum is pretty solid. Also, yesterday I spoke about whatever happened to Primo and like those little sounds he used to have in his beats, the transition sounds, like the eerie sounds. It possesses that. Only thing missing from that track, for me, just for me, is saturation. Saturation could serve as like glue within a track, like it brings it all together. I think that's what's missing in that particular track. If you don't understand what I'm saying, I'll give you an example. Listen to like Skirt Steak off the Skeleton Key.
These niggas ain't bout it, the game crowded like Canal Street. Might need the street sweep.
It's not many elements there, because a lot of you like to say, yo, Roc Marciano don't like a bunch of elements in his tracks. There's not many elements in that track, but yet it's still sonically appeasing. You know what I'm saying? Rock Markable is cool. I happen to believe those are the most lively his scratches have been in a while. The snare, like truncated, but very thin, like lacking warmth or roundness, but that's just my ear, that's what I hear. I think it had a chance to be elite if it had a little bit more bounce, but I have to do some research. I don't know if the bounce is on the human per se, when we're talking quantized or no quantized, or the machines that you use, because some machines just have their own distinct swing. And this type of track, if it was done 15 years ago by Primo, 15, 20 years ago, a different bounce would have been evident. So I'm starting to think that even switching the machines is the reason why some of the bounce is non-existent. And also, if you listen closely to Rock Markable, it has some similarities to Define My Name. Listen closely, it just so happens to be slowed down, a little slower in the tempo, but so Rock Markable is cool. Good to Go, I said I liked. What's next? I also like Travel Fox. And I like, what's the name of the track? The last track, Execution Style, which I think is his best beat on the album. DJ Premier I'm speaking of. Now let's go back to Travel Fox. Another thing, once again, a lot of you say, yo, he don't put hi-hats in his tracks because he likes minimal elements. Roc Marciano. There's hi-hats in that track. Just goes to show you that it's possible, you know what I'm saying? Like yesterday I stated I didn't want an album that sounded like Roc Marciano has an album and he called DJ Premier to do beats. It should sound like a collaborative effort. For some, it may. For some, it may not. But we'll get to that. Execution Style, I love the sample. I love the snare. And whatever sound is layered underneath it. I think there's some reverb on there too. It just sounds clean. It sounds plush. It sounds energetic. But y'all gonna get mad at me, and I gotta say it. Travel Fox and Execution Style, although I put them on the list of the songs that I like, they sound like Alchemist beats. Now go back and listen to them and tell me I'm wrong. Now, there's nothing wrong with being inspired by anyone. I'm not saying that's a problem. That's never an issue. But we have never really had that issue with Primo. This is just the warm-up. This production wasn't elite. It wasn't groundbreaking. It wasn't even within 10 miles of his potential when we're talking about his legacy. That's just my estimation. Prayer Hands still isn't a good track to me. And when it plays back to back in Armani section, you can tell right away that it's not even in the same league. That sequencing wasn't very good. And I'm picking up all these things after 4 or 5 listens, approximately. Stopping, going back, replaying joints, A and B and going back to other tracks from different albums, just trying to figure out what's the end game, or what's the goal, or what was the objective of the album. Will I play it a lot? Probably not. But I'm not the biggest Roc Marciano fan. I appreciate his work, but I like songwriting. Rapping for the sake of rapping can sound monotonous. Where are the hooks? Those matter, at least for me. And we got some people in the comment section. I woke up this morning, yo, you were wrong. Nah, y'all just want to be right. This is straight fire. That's your opinion. But here I am stating mine and giving some evidence. This is just a warm-up. If we're talking the Nas and Primo album, there's nothing about this album that alleviates my worries. Nothing. Yeah, Nas can write hella great songs and make it sound better than what it should be, but we don't want that. I want an elite performance from both. And I'm not writing them off, because like I stated before, I wasn't one who signed up for it. But this album doesn't give me any confidence that it's going to be great. The Coldest Profession. Now, if you think it's dope, I suggest you go cop some vinyl and CD. This is a reaction video, not a comprehensive breakdown. It's beats and rhymes. It's not songwriting. There's not a bunch of beat switch ups, not many drops, if any at all. No variations in production. Some people like that. Some people love 4-bar loops, and that's the type of hip hop they love. I'm not knocking that at all if that's what you like. But as I've gotten older, songwriting, I've always loved it, but I have an affinity for that now. Problem with a lot of the production is when the beat starts, it raises your eyebrow, and then it doesn't go anywhere else. I spoke about Alfredo too, how it was like very linear. This comes across a lot of it as uninspired. That's just my opinion. And we gotta stop making excuses. We got people in the comment, yo, you can't come at the legends and all this other stuff, and what? Everybody can be held accountable. I love music. Hopefully they watch it and say, yo, you know what? Young brother, or this dude, I may not like the fact that he's critiquing my work, but he's right. Let me try something different. Because for all those that saying Primo don't need to switch it up, listen, I get it. If it's not broke, don't fix it. But this formula isn't working like it once did. So you gotta go in and retune some things, or tune up some things, I should say. But a lot of the fans, y'all get so emotional over this. Yo, who you ain't no legend, I'm a consumer. My dollars help them in some way. If you go to any other establishment in life, you're not just accepting anything when you're spending your money. That's just the way it goes. Some of y'all be filling out surveys at Walmart because customer service rep looked at you wrong. But I can't have an opinion on music that I pay for? Come on, let's knock it off. Primo is a legend. That has never been up for debate. In fact, check my channel. Empirical evidence. I have highlighted his legendary status. Go check it. So when I have an opinion, I should be allowed to have that in peace. That's it. We know what Primo is capable of. We do. And a lot of this work sounds uninspired. I even got a comment in my comment section from Ayatollah, the producer behind Miss Fat Booty and Styles P, The Life featuring Pharoah Monch. What'd he say concerning Primo's production? It's lacking spirit. And he's a producer with classic hits. You gonna listen to him? Am I still hating? I want to see Primo succeed because I love his work and what he's given to the culture. Also, he has an album slated to be released with my favorite hip hop artists. So why would I want to see him fail? No, that doesn't even make any sense. Everything ain't hate. Everything ain't hate. Every time somebody doesn't agree with you, that's hate. You must have a hard time in this real world, man, because that don't even make any sense. It's lackluster. It doesn't sound inspired. It sounds like someone's listening for samples. The first sample they hear, they use. Don't manipulate it, ain't really chopping it. Conveyor belt music. Cookie cutter, non-stop. And some are gonna say he has a formula. But this is not the formula that he once used. He took some ingredients and some pathways and some choices outside of that formula he once used. And he streamlined it. And you can hear it if you want to hear it. And that's the difference. So all in all, the Coldest Profession, it's cool. There's some tracks on there I'll listen to from time to time. But like I stated, the 4 joints that I mentioned, 2 of them sound like Alchemist production. And many people have bit Primo over the course of time, mimicked him. So we're not gonna hold that against him. Looking to progress, you're going from Roc Marciano to a Nas album. It's like a fighter. You sparring, you getting in peak form and shape. So when it's time for that prize fight, you ready. Nothing about this album indicates that I'm wrong, in my estimation. But in the long run, I hope I am, because I want to see them succeed, and I want to hear some fire music. So, I'm about to finish up this walk. Hope you all have an outstanding weekend. Shout out to you and your family. Mature discourse in the comment section. I'm up out of here. It's your man Eeze at the Eeze Experience. Go get your shit.